Babel's king bleeds. For a moment, I think I have lost the trail, but I double back and find his blood painted across moonlit leaves. A great streak of scarlet marks the body of a swollen trunk. If I squinted any longer, I might have been able to convince myself the mark looked like the Chinese characters for dying. I need this king alive. Moonlight dominates the clearing. A creek angles west. It forks, and just there, I see where Defoe must have gone. There are no footprints, not in this ghostly place, but it's the most reasonable decision. A massive tree has been exposed at the roots. They curl above and around a hollow. It's a kind of burrow a deer might sleep in. I watch the shadows for several minutes. No movement. I follow the creek forward. The trees sway, their branches and leaves grasping at the light of the nearest moon. It almost feels as if the entire forest is flinching away from where Defoe is hidden. 50 meters. I lift both hands innocently into the air. My eyes trace over the landscape, through the shadows. I'm not eager to die just because some creature has picked up our scent. 25 meters. I pause, hands still raised, awaiting an invitation. The shadows are too deep to see anything. Breathing. I can hear breathing. One shallow breath after another. Reaching up, I tap the light on my shoulder. A beam flashes out, like a third moon, and highlights the makeshift cavern. Defoe is there. His eyes take in the sight of me before closing in pain. I can feel him grasping, the subtle trace of Nyxia in the air. Clearly, he's far too weak to do much with the substance. I have a choice to make. The consequences will echo. The first choice ends here and now. How painfully simple it would be to finish him. One of Babel's greatest threats erased. It would eliminate any opportunity for him to hurt the others. It would also eliminate any opportunity to infiltrate Babel, show up on their doorstep without him, and I become a prisoner. The other choice? Save him. Rescue. Subvert. Wait. When I strike, I want to make sure I hit an artery. My two choices and their consequences play out in less than a breath. Mr. Defoe, I make my voice calm. I came to help you. He wheezes. It's almost a laugh. It is clear what he thinks of me. Long way. Of course you did. I watch as he leans his head back, hidden at his hip, an explosive, identical to the one he used on the battlefield. The same device that nearly ripped my friends apart with a single blast. Defoe lifts the device so I can see it more clearly. I thought, well, never mind what I thought. A cough shakes his body. Take this. Replace my fingers on the pin and get rid of it. 3-second charge. Throw it as far as you can. His arm shakes, but I am steady. I replace his fingers quickly, device secured, and turn. 20 paces brings me back to the edge of the creek. With a deep breath, I throw the grenade as far as I can. Moonlight dances across its spiraling surface. Then the grenade falls below the tree line and vanishes briefly from sight. A second passes before an explosion tears the darkness in two. Bright and loud, a pair of birds take to the air. Something massive stirs deeper in the forest. I move back to Defoe's side. I can't stop the bleeding, he gasps. The Nyxia won't take. I kneel so that my shoulder light is centered on the curled, covered stump of his arm. He has a soiled towel wrapped around it. Ineffective. I set down my own pack and start digging. A new bandage, gauze, a plastic bag. I need to unwrap your current bandage. Defoe nods once. I pinch the gauze between two fingers, carefully avoiding the blood, and lift one corner. The folds unravel. Defoe doesn't protest as the material rips and snags. The wound exposes the bloody interior of his arm. Babel's king. How human he seems now. For too long I thought him a god. Seeing him this way will help in all that is to come.